Welcome, Reign of Iron here, and we're going to talk about the Battlefield 5 Open Beta. Now, I know a lot of people are thinking, well, this is probably just going to be him shitting all over this game, right? Actually, I enjoyed this game for the limited time I played it. I thought the gameplay was fun. I thought, all the little tidbits and that it allowed you to do were pretty cool. And the game looks beautiful. It really does. You can tell that they worked really hard on this game. Unfortunately, I do feel like they haven't learned anything from the Battlefront 2 debacle because we're going to get into something that I do not like about this game, and that is the progression system. The progression system is all currency based. And I don't like that. I don't like currency based progression. I don't. I don't know why. I just don't. And you're basically paying for everything with this in-game currency. Of course, there are no loot boxes in this game. Thank frickin' God, because if there were, I would not play it. But I don't like currency-based progression. I just don't. And a lot of people are like me, that they don't like the currency-based progression because I miss Battlefield 4 where you could actually play the game, get enough kills with the gun, you'd unlock an attachment or an even better gun. In this game, you get enough credits and you can just buy a new gun. That's not progression to me. That's paying your way into the game. How does the game play? A lot of people are going to want to know, and I'm happy to inform you. The gameplay is awesome. I loved getting into gunfights in this game. I love Battlefield. I've always loved Battlefield. I've been playing it since Bad Company 2. I played Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, Battlefield 1, and I even played the Star Wars Battlefronts 1 and 2. I didn't play Battlefield Hardline because I wasn't really a fan of cops and robbers, but I've been a huge fan of Battlefield. As you can notice on my channel, I do a lot of Battlefield stuff. And Battlefield 5 gameplay it's actually really, really good. Getting into gunfights, it feels like war. A lot of people complain saying, it feels like a Call of Duty game. Not to me, really. It still feels like a it still feels like a Battlefield game to me. But it does feel a little bit more Call of Duty-ish, if you catch my meaning. But for hardcore Battlefield fans, they're going to notice that it does feel a bit like it's more for casuals this time around. And, of course, this is still the beta. I'm going to leave my actual impressions for the original release. Once the actual game comes out, I'll do a review on it, and I'll tell you what I think of the actual game. But as far as most of these types of games go, when the beta comes out, the beta, it is the game. And one thing about this game that I have to talk about is the lack of content. Right now, there doesn't seem to really be that much in this game. I think there's like 4 or 5 weapons per class compared to all the weapons from Battlefield 4. There's between 30 to 35 weapons in total. There's not that many tanks, not that many planes and stuff. And it feels like a reskinned Battlefield 1 to me. It kind of does in a lot of areas. It's almost like, and I hate to say this, it feels like it's a Battlefield that has lost its soul. I feel like Battlefield has lost its soul. People will still enjoy this game. They'll still buy it and they'll still play it. But for hardcore Battlefield fans like me, people who love to play competitively, get in a good squad and go up against some really good challenging people, this seems like it's more for up-and-comers that have just started getting into Battlefield. It doesn't seem like it's for people like me, people like Ravik, people like, really good Battlefield players who just want to be competitive. This game feels too cliche, I guess, is the best word I can come up with. It's too I'm having a hard time coming up with a word for it. But it feels like it's lost its soul. It's not as competitive to me as it was in Battlefield 4 or even Battlefield 3 for that matter. I do like it, don't get me wrong. It's a beautiful game. You can tell that they've really worked hard on it. But there are just certain aspects of the game that I don't like. I do like, however, that you can actually see the people in your squad and spawn on them before you spawn on them. But I did have problems with crashing while I was playing the game. A lot of disconnections. I didn't like that, but I'm sure they're going to fix all that when the actual game comes out. And another thing about Battlefield 5 is, the cosmetics and stuff. Like I said, there's no loot boxes in this game, which is amazing. I love that. Looks like they've learned maybe something from Battlefront 2, but not entirely. Also, I just want to give a shout out to my favorite tank from World War II, the motherfucking Tiger tank. Love the Tiger. I am part German myself, and the Tiger tank was a beast in the World War II. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.